Proclamation. Whereas President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, declaring the slaves in Confederate territory free, paving the way for the passing of the 13th Amendment on January 31st, 1865, and ratified later that year, formally abolishing slavery in the United States of America. Whereas word about the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation was delayed some 2.5 years to June 19th, 1865, in reaching authorities and African Americans in the South and Southwestern United States as various fronts of the war raged on. It was on that day that Union Major General Gordon Granger and his 2,000 troops landed in Galveston, Texas, and announced that the Civil War had ended. Major General Granger also read aloud a proclamation declaring that all enslaved people were free, announcing, "The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor." Whereas the first Juneteenth was informally celebrated a year later in Texas. Texas became the first state to formally adopt Juneteenth as a holiday in 1979. Today, Juneteenth is recognized across the country to mark this important milestone. Whereas June 19th has a special meaning to African Americans and is called June 19th, combining the words June and 19, and has been celebrated by the African American community for over 150 years. Whereas Juneteenth has been encoded in Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 6, Section 15, BBBBB, titled Juneteenth Independence Day, by signature of Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker on June 19th, 2020. And whereas the 117th Congress first session has advanced H.R. 1320, seeking to amend Title V, United States Code, to establish Juneteenth Independence Day as a federal holiday, Juneteenth National Independence Day Act. Said legislation is co-sponsored by 160 lawmakers. Now, therefore, we are the Berlin Select Board of the Town of Berlin, Massachusetts, do hereby declare Saturday, June 19th, 2021, as Juneteenth in the town of Berlin, Massachusetts, and urge all citizens to become more aware of the significance of this celebration in African American history and in the heritage of our nation and our local community. The Select Board also declares that June 19th shall be celebrated hereafter on June 19th of each subsequent year, and the Select Board directs this declaration to be shared with the 3rd Massachusetts District House Representative Laurie Trahan, a co-sponsor, the House Oversight Committee, and Massachusetts U.S. Senators to show the highest support for immediate passage of H.R. 1320. In witness whereof, we have set our hands and caused the seal of the town of Berlin to be affixed the 7th day of June, 2021. Berlin Select Board, Margaret Stone, Chair, R. Scott Hawkins, Vice Chair, Christine Keefe, Clerk. There you go. I almost made it.
That's okay.